बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है। हमारे बच्चे की वजह से आज हम लोग पहचाने जा रहे हैं इसमें। वैसे तो बच्चों की पहचान माता पिता से होती, मगर हमारी पहचान बच्चे के हिसाब से बन चुकी है। अब हम बच्चे के हिसाब से पहचाने जाने लगे हैं, तो इसका हमें बहुत गौरव महसूस हो रहा है। बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है।
पूरे देश से बधाइयाँ आ रही हैं। प्रधानमंत्री जी और चाहे मुख्यमंत्री जी वो भी बधाई दे रहे हैं। आपके घर भी बधाइयों का पूरा तांता लगा हुआ है।
हाँ, सभी को हमारी तरफ से भी शुभ संदेश है। सबको धन्यवाद देते हैं जिन्होंने जिन्होंने हमको विशेष दिए हुए हैं, बेस्ट विशेष दी हुई हैं। यह धन्यवाद उनको सबको, हमारी तरफ से धन्यवाद है सबको।
आज सुधांशु शुक्ला को हर माएँ कहती हैं वो मेरा बेटा है, भारत का बेटा है।
हाँ, तो है ही। हम अकेले मेरा बेटा नहीं, वो तो पूरे देश का बेटा अब हो गया, पूरा देश का गौरव बन चुका है। तो अब सब उसकी माँ, जैसे हम माँ वैसे सब उसकी माँ बन चुकी हैं।
एक जो झलक आपकी कल भावुक दिखी थी, अभी क्या कुछ आपको एक ममता के रूप में क्या कुछ
अब
महसूस हो रहा है?
माँ बेटे का तो रिश्ता ऐसा है, भावुक तो हो ही जाता है। कोई भावुक पर करने वाला क्षण था तो उसमें भावुक हो गए थे, मगर वो खुशी के आंसू थे। उस समय थोड़ी देर के लिए थे, बाद में सब नॉर्मल हो गया, सब ठीक, अच्छा लग रहा था, खुशी के आंसू थे।
Sudhanshu Shukla, after having a long wait, it was justifiable. And now on 25th of June 2025, yesterday, he went to orbit without any hassles. Okay, he was launched on board a Falcon 9 rocket, sitting in a Crew Dragon spacecraft, which was mounted on top of Falcon 9, and having been launched at 12:01 p.m. in 10 minutes he reached orbit. And after that, Sudhanshu Shukla and three of his colleagues, one from United States, one from Poland, and one from Hungary, they are circling in their Crew Dragon spacecraft since yesterday afternoon. Since yesterday around 12:15, 12:20 p.m. onwards, they have been circling the Earth. Okay, and they are independently circling the Earth. So the thing is, it is a great moment for India, because after 41 years, after Rakesh Sharma's flight in 1984 April, the second Indian, Sudhanshu Shukla, went to space, okay, yesterday, and his reach of space, okay, was very, very successful without any problems, and it was quite comfortable for him. As Sudhanshu Shukla himself has told, the thing is, he had to adjust to the conditions which are prevalent in space, that is weightless conditions of space in vacuum and such. In vacuum is outside, but inside the spacecraft it is as comfortable as living here. But only weightlessness they have to endure, that is different. So eating, sleeping, and even brushing teeth, that kind of thing, it is not easy, okay, in space. But anyway, he's slowly getting adjusted, and he was quite emotional. And it is understandable that he said, when I was launched, Tiranga was on my shoulder patch. He said that's really augurs very well for the country, his view, as well as his statement from orbit today, that I have not come here as an individual. He said that he had come to space as a representative of India, 140 crore Indians, their aspirations, their hopes, okay, that is what he has carried. So it is a very emotional statement, and it reflects how emotional he is as far as his attachment to the country is concerned. And I'm sure that whatever he is going to learn, and he has already learned during his 8-month training, 8 month to 1 year training in the United States, as well as what he is experiencing in space, in Crew Dragon spacecraft, and shortly from this evening onwards in the International Space Station, and his experiments, his experience of weightlessness, living there and experiencing things which are unique in the International Space Station, in the orbit environment, and his return, safe return, all these things are going to provide valuable inputs to our Gaganyaan program. No doubt about it. As Sudhanshu Shukla himself said, it might be a small step, this one, but it has a lot of significance for Gaganyaan program, he said.
How docking is really takes important moments, because every time whenever docking happens, the whole world looks very curiously, because injecting into the spacecraft, will be a challenge?
Uh, Docking process is not an easy task, okay? Because you have to understand one thing. Sudhanshu Shukla, Peggy Whitson, Slavoj Wisniewski of Poland, and Tibor Kapu of Hungary, all four of them are circling now in their Crew Dragon spacecraft at a tremendous speed of 28,000 kilometers per hour. Okay, they are circling the earth at that speed. This is 1,000 times the average speed with which we move in our roads in India. Okay, so it is a very unimaginable speed from day-to-day life point of view. So in about 1.5 hours, they are able to circle the earth once. Okay, earth has a circumference of 40,000 kilometers. In 1.5 hours, they will cover that. So that is the tremendous speed. And the International Space Station, which is going to be Shukla's home for the next 2 weeks, that is also circling the earth at that speed almost. But this Crew Dragon spacecraft and International Space Station, both of them, they are not in the same orbit, but somewhat similar orbit. So these people have to very closely match their orbit, that is Sudhanshu Shukla's Crew Dragon's orbit, with the orbit of the International Space Station using the fuel which is there in Sudhanshu Shukla's spacecraft. So Sudhanshu Shukla's spacecraft, Crew Dragon spacecraft, is the chaser, and International Space Station, a huge spacecraft, is the target. It is not making any orbital adjustments or anything. On the other hand, it is the Dragon spacecraft which is doing this. Okay, so they will very carefully approach. Okay, slowly, and again they will see everything is fine. Then slowly it is going to get attached to one of the modules of the International Space Station, and it will attach in such a way there won't be any leakage of fuel, any leakage of air also, I'm sorry. And they will be so tightly attached to each other. And after that, after about 2 hours, they observe everything matches well, because these people are in a different spacecraft, and already 7 astronauts and cosmonauts, they are already living in the International Space Station. 7 plus 4, these 4 are the new ones which will go, who will go, and thus everything will be observed carefully. Any leakage of air is there when 2 spacecraft have joined. After ascertaining that everything is fine, they are going to enter, Sudhanshu Shukla and 3 people from Crew Dragon, and they are going to leave in the International Space Station. They leave there, they get that experience, especially Shukla gets that experience and does about 60 experiments. He will be part of 60 experiments, and 7 of them are from India.
So will it help with India's ISRO's main?
Definitely. Government is very sure about it. That is the reason why it is participating in the Axiom 4 mission by spending quite a bit of money. But I am sure that whatever they are spending, okay, they will get many folds of return from this flight, because nothing comes like experience. So I think it will be a very good thing, and we'll all wish well for the safe docking and of Crew Dragon with the International Space Station in about 2 hours. And then we will see Sudhanshu Shukla's life there in the next 2 weeks and his safe return. All of us wish well for his flight as Indians. Thank you.
Do you think, sir, somewhere once the operation is successful, somewhere India can feel that yes, we can go out with the Gaganyaan, and as we planned, we can get some experience from Mr. Sudhanshu Shukla?
No. The thing is, it will provide good inputs to Gaganyaan. Gaganyaan is already systematically progressing. Human rating of the rocket, that is enhancing the reliability of the rocket, that is LVM-3, building of the Gaganyaan spacecraft, training of astronauts. All these things are systematically proceeding, as I understand from the news media reports as well as from the other sources. And ISRO is very much particular about the safety. So all these things are being taken care, I am sure, because I worked in the domain of space for quite a long time. And looking at the history of the Indian space program and its manifold achievements progressively, I am an optimist in this regard.